Welcome to this week's beauty business episode. And, I'm getting used to removing, that word that I no longer use from my intro. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking the importance of ethical and ethics behind your business. What's ethical for you? I am not going to be giving you what it's ethical, what it's not, but really what's aligned with you. This podcast has been inspired because I have been, I'm going to be transparent. I have been going through this hard thing of, do I want to continue being in education? Do I want to continue being an educator? And sometimes when that happens, you have to really dig in deep to see what's going on. Have you been feeling that? Have you been feeling like it's all tactics and templates and courses and one-on-ones and, people promising, the moon and the stars, and you do the thing, you do the work, and it's not working out for you. For me, it's very important to be in integrity. I know when I work with somebody, that is money that that they have worked for. When I work with somebody, I want to be in integrity with myself and very clear with them what they're getting into. It's not going to always translate, to sales. It's not always going to be translated to what's most beneficial in a super, in a world of like tactics and sales psychology and all this stuff going on right now. But I think it's so important that we keep an integrity with ourselves, with why we are here. And going back to that sense that you are not broken if you feel this way. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast today to talk about this. I am going to be releasing the next 3 podcasts this week. Are going to be on behind the scenes part 1, 2, and 3 of the mobile transformation that I did. And before I do that, I really felt called to do this episode about transparency, about being, not sacrificing what's ethical to you, what ethics means to you because of the popularity or what everybody freaking says to do. Let's get to it. First, I am a bilingual woman. I'm a bilingual educator because I speak 2 languages. And I have accent in both, and that's okay. And sometimes when I do sales pages or copies or emails, it doesn't translate perfectly. I am very well when it goes to video and speaking, but when it comes to writing, it's just a whole freaking mess. So why am I sharing this? Why should you care? Maybe doing emails doesn't come natural to you. Maybe you're a little like me. Maybe you like to do audios. You're like, man, I just wish I could just send an audio to my list every single week, or show up in a different way, or not every week. So if you're ready to see the earthquake shake on social, I'm going to start this starting tomorrow. My whole brand, I'm going to start really shaking it up by being transparent AF. When you sign up for a freebie, you understand that we're trading an email in exchange for the freebie, and I'm going to be contacting you. I'm very transparent about that. It's already on my freebie list. I'm going to be sending to my list, audios only sometimes, 1 week. Sometimes I'm going to be videos. I'm going to do between the both because the written word does not come natural to me. Why am I sharing this? Why should you care? Because if you are not really good at writing or it doesn't come natural, guess what? You get to make this your own. This is your business. And, for the longest time, I have felt, if you don't know, I have spent, a big amount of money on education, and I do not regret it. I did an interview, and we're going to be sharing it soon with another educator from the beauty industry. And she's like, yeah, this is one part of the podcast where she's like, I bet you didn't need half of that. Because I invested $61,000 in education already in my almost 5 years in the industry. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I have learned what not to do. When I have misspend money because I thought somebody was going to teach me something and they don't, even though I do the work and the homework and it doesn't turn out the way they said it would. It's okay. I made that decision, but I have learned how not to be that way. And I realized, and if you feel like this, it's okay. I realized that I wanted to leave the industry because I feel like it's full of this whole like, I'm not calling everybody out. I'm just saying sometimes you see a lot of this whole bullshit, like let's call a spade of like, it's going to be easy and it's going to be fun. And, and this is the magic sauce. But the problem is that there's no one magic sauce for everybody. I can love oysters and you may think that's disgusting, even though we're, eating out of the same place, So that is my thing. I feel like for the longest time, this past weeks, I've been struggling because I'm like, I don't want to be like them. And I had this epiphany, like I've been following other people and listening and just like walking and being by myself and just really meditating and crying it out because it feels so counterintuitive, right? It feels so weird when you go against the grain. Being different makes you feel weird. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this today, especially you today, about the importance of being in integrity with yourself. In 2017, I started doing videos and they were horrible, okay? And I did in Spanish and English. And for the longest time, people told me not to do that because it was going to harm my brand. And 2 years ago, I saw somebody who became very well known and she does Spanglish, educational videos in both languages. And I was so heartbroken at first. I was like, oh my gosh, I knew it would work. But then I realized that it's okay. There's room for all of us. And second of all, the importance of listening to your gut, not what the gurus or everybody, your pros say. There's an important part of business where we have to intuitively also listen to ourselves and be aligned within our own ethics, within your own ethics, because your voice matter, your beliefs, your values matter, and you can still be successful in your own way. And according to the world, I would be successful because I've been in magazines and newspapers and podcasts and publishings, and it continues to happen. And I'm very grateful. I don't take that for granted. But more importantly for me, it is a way to share my story. It is a way to inspire other people of what's possible with work ethic as well, because nothing has come to me, with like under a cloud beautifully. It just appeared one day. It took a lot of work and effort and perseverance. And that's why with my own social media channels, I'm going to be honest, it can be discouraging sometimes, right? Because you're like, I'm putting all this out. It's coming from my heart and it's resonating with some people and not with others. And it's not, and there's lots of things that have happened throughout the whole process. But I think it's so important that we're ethical within ourselves. We do not have to do what everybody says we have to do. If being on social media or certain social media channels is harmful for you, for your mental health, please don't do it. Like now there's even like, I've been studying a lot about analytics and search engine optimization, which means SEO, which is how you show up more efficiently when people research you on the webs, on like web results or like on Google. That's how you come up more easier for search results. I've been studying a lot about that because it is very helpful. People are finding me in that way. And I'm talking to other, potential students. And I am not for everybody. And that is okay. And I think it's so important that in our industry, we start realizing that we're all humans. That our values or our voice matters. And that we don't have to be the same like everybody fucking else. I am not like everybody else. I don't have beautiful blonde hair. I don't have the cute hat. I am not... I am very I am who I am, I am different and I attract the certain people that share the values and share, what matters to me. And we share different things. And also that we're very different. I have a ageless, clientele list. How many times have I been in education, trainings where they have told me, hey, we shouldn't post, like for example, mature women, because then you're going to attract that and you're going to repel, younger, clientele, and it's a lie. I have clients from 20 up to 58. And they'll have beautiful hair. And one of my most requested looks is from one of my clients who's in her 50s. I don't show all of my clients' face because not all of them want to show their face. And that's part of my integrity as well. My clients get to sign a little waiver where they get to share if they want to be on social or they do not want their pictures on social media. And that's an integrity with me. I am not going to force all my clients to do so if they don't want to. They're not forced to talk if they don't want to. So what have you been sacrificing because of what everybody tells you to do? And I think it's so important that we go back. And right now, I can tell you that there's going to be it's coming, the age of awakening, the age of the reality of shit. Like people's true colors are starting to show, this whole sugarcoating and promising things and like the $100,000 thing, like I've talked about it. I have no problem, and it's not a money issue coming up. I shared a previous episode about our income, a little bit into it. It has more to do with making people believe that once you hit a certain income goal or once you have certain things that are going to make you happy, right? Like having your own salon is the best thing ever. Or doing it only this way is the best thing ever. Or only this technique is the best thing to do it. And we all come into this industry, I truly believe, because we have our own desires and we have our own values and we have our own vision of what we're going to bring into the table. And somehow it happened to me. I'm not saying this for you, but I'm saying for me, just sharing my story. It happened to me where I kind of got lost in I'm not supposed to do this, and I'm supposed to do just one thing, and I'm supposed to be specialized. And yes, it makes it easier to grow, but I got in business not to make it easy. I got in business to make an impact, and also, yes, make revenue, because we have to be profitable in our business or else we can't pay the bills. This is not a charity. This is not a fun project. It is a business. And I just think it's so more important that I am in integrity when I share the things. So I'm about to share these 3 episodes. I'm going to do them back to back to back because I want to. I want you to know that I'm sharing them in real time. So I recorded 3 of them because I love to even hear myself when I'm going through hard things. And even in this episode, I'm being real with you that I've had a really hard 2 weeks and nobody knew about it except for my husband and my sister and my mom, my biological mommy, that I'm having a hard time because I feel this tug of war currently of the whole online education space and educator space, that there's only one flipping way to do things. And if we don't do that way, it's wrong. And for me, it's at what point? Why can't we all agree to disagree that there are many ways to be successful? There are many meanings to what success means to each one of us, and that there ain't no secret freaking formula. I posted today on my Instagram a template, and here, let me actually look it up for you because I want to be sure I say it. But it said, no template will save you from doing the work. And then if you scroll to the next one, because a carousel, it requires you to make it your own and do the work. And I did this because, I have been, I don't know about you, but for me, how many times, do we see those ads with that magic template that's going to make it easier, and you buy it and it's disappointing, right? You end up more confused than when you started. And with my own education, I always share the stuff because I don't want people to feel sorry for me. It's not about that. I just want to be real of what it took to get where I'm at. And I think that's the main thing with this episode. I promise to continue to share the things that work, the things that don't, the hard things that happen to get to where I'm at. I can promise you that within myself as I continue to grow and evolve. like I have removed the word mindset from my podcast because it's not alignment with me and I don't like how it's being utilized right now. So I want no association with it. We are allowed to change and evolve and grow. And to end with this, I know it can be scary to be in our own true, authentic self and live within our own integrity and live within our own values in a world that's saturated with like sell everything and you are the brand, but we're all human. And that's why I love that I have the name Celeste the Stylist, because that is my brand. I want it to be in integrity with me, but it's not all of me. And that's why I don't share everything that goes on with me. Like, keeping this episode real, my husband our car got hit while it was parked in the city today. So we just went to the body shop to deal with that. But you see, like, you'll never see that on my social media because the human side of me is my side and there's my brand, which is separate. And I think it's so important that, yes, I am authentic in sharing my stories and sharing what I'm going through and sharing, the obstacles and the lessons learned in each episode of business. But you're allowed to be human. You're allowed to have a life outside of social. We do not need to share everything. And most importantly, do what's best for you. Your feelings, your values matter. Why you got into business matter. If you want to do something completely different, please do so. It has been one of the biggest things that has helped me grow, has been to be in integrity with myself, and do the things that really are aligned with me. I don't share stuff that doesn't help me. Just like I've shared, when I share an educator, I learned how to formulate from this person and I learned more about hair texture and hair coloring from them. And I learned how to, like, for example, with like Amy, I learned a lot of the tech that goes behind digital courses. I learned so much tech from that course. I was in integrity with that. I try to be in integrity with everything that I learned from each and every single one a person. Sometimes people get mad at me because if I don't learn something from you, I'm not going to promote it. And it's not because I'm being rude or a hater. It's because I appreciate the people that follow me. I appreciate being in integrity. And I think it's really important that we go back to that side of being in integrity with yourself. You know what works best for you and what doesn't. And most importantly, as I, end this episode, who are we listening to? Even with me, like, do your own research, like, what is going on? And, when you read the sell pages, like, what are they promising? And what happens when, like, you buy a product and it doesn't work out, like, it's been very interesting for me. And it just happened to me recently where there was this course, right? And they said that if you don't get like at least 2 clients, they'll give you your money back or whatever. And there was this little thing. It says that you had 3 days from submitting your first payment to ask for your money back. And for me, it was like, that's so out of integrity. If you say, if I don't get 2 clients, I should be able to get my money back. But then in the little fine print, it says within 3 days of submitting your first payment. So clearly that's not the truth, And I've had different situations like this. And I think, and like everybody says, like, put your money back guarantee on there. Well, are you going to be in integrity that if somebody doesn't learn what they wanted from your course, are you going to give them their money back? Wouldn't it be best to be in integrity and be like, hey, I appreciate you. Because it's my intellectual property and I put all this information and all this time behind this course or this program to teach you this, I cannot give you a refund. People, we're adults. We know what we go into, but I think it's so much more important that we start being in integrity in what we say that we're going to do. And what is used for tactics to kind of like mislead people versus like being authentic and being in integrity to whatever that means to you, in saying like, hey, if I promise you your money back, you're going to give them their money back, or say no money back. I've done that before with products I sold. Like, there's no money back. I don't do like the whole like lifetime access, because what happens when I stopped offering that course, and all you do is download it. But you were used to me having, like weekly calls with you. And there's so many things like that I really, and shout out to Rachel. I just found her. She does this amazing marketing things called marketing muckraking. It's pretty funny, but it's very real. And this is something that I've been dealing with a lot of, seeing who I really want to work with in regards to mentoring. And I am so grateful for, shout out to my coach, Tiffany, for being in integrity and going beyond what she ever promised. She's so amazing. And, I just wanted to really start with this emphasis of being in our own ethics and our own values and doing what's right from within our hearts, not because of an expert says what to do. So without further delay, I shall be releasing the first episode starting tomorrow on my mobile business, my mobile renovation, the things that I've learned. I'm still not done. I'm waiting for my permit. And dear Lord, has that taken a lot of patience for me to follow up with them, since today we are at the date of March 23rd, and I submitted my application on January 17th. It has been a long, patient ride. So much love for you. I appreciate you. If you could leave me a review, that really helps me. Most importantly, your comments in the review, or if you want to DM me or email me, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.